My speech is going to be about teen pregnancy and teen motherhood. Many problems with teens who become pregnant at a young age, such as 16 or 17. They encounter many problems from the day they conceive to the day that they have their child. When they conceive their child, they don't understand all the problems that they're going to have. When you conceive, you have the pregnancy hormones you go through, stretch marks, your body changes in every other way that a teenager typically does not want to happen to them in their young years of life. And then after your child is born, you have to think about insurance, you have to think about money, you have to think about everything that your child will need from the day it's born. When you have a child, you have to have medical insurance, because medical insurance will your medical bills will just keep piling and piling and piling up, and you'll become in debt. A child needs formula, diapers, everything that you can imagine the child will need. As a teen mom, you just can't financially do it. You can't go to school, you can't go do everything for your child and still be a teenager. One thing that you have to have is a transportation to transport your child from their doctor's visits to their shots to go get them food. You always need transportation. Another thing that a key need is for a child is housing. If you don't have housing, where are you going to put your child? Teens don't think about that when they're out there having sex and doing other things with other boys that they shouldn't be doing. Also, as a teenager, your highlight of your life is high school, your social life, prom. You do whatever you want as a teenager, and you don't think about having children. When you have a baby and this child is brought into the world as a teen, you are hanging out with friends and doing whatever you want. But once you have your baby, there is no more friends. Friends your age don't have children like you. They don't understand that you have to go and change a diaper. You can't go to the movies because the child will be crying during the movies. They just don't understand. And then boyfriends, what if you don't stay with the child's father? Then, you know what? You're done. Boys don't want to date girls your age who have children. They don't want that kind of responsibility. College is a big key. When you go through high school and it's your senior year and you go searching for colleges and you think about all the colleges you want to go to, so you can't go to out-of-state school and do whatever you want. You have to go to a community college that has flexible hours that you can attend and be home in time to be with your child. You can't also, I hear about colleges all the time. You go partying, you have roomies, and you do whatever you want. That's non-existent anymore. You don't party, you don't have time to party, and you don't have time for friends to have roomies, and where are you going to put your baby in a college dorm? It's non-existent. And family support is a big key that you probably will lose if you are a teenager and have a baby. Your family will be highly disappointed if you come in at 15 years old and say you're getting ready to have a baby next year, 9 months later. It's not going to work. Your parents will be upset. They didn't expect that for you. And they might also have the possibility of raising another baby. Do they want that? Probably not. And the most key thing that you want to do preventing a pregnancy is to be absent from sexual activity altogether. Do not have sex. Do not think about having sex, or do not even include foreplay, because it all leads to sex. If you don't use condoms, if you don't use birth control, you will get pregnant. But if you use condoms if you do have sex, make sure you use condoms and birth control at the same time. And the United States has a high pregnancy rate. We are probably the only country that the rates are skyrocketed. The other thing that you have to think about is pregnancy is not anything to be, involved with. I'm 20 years old. I had my daughter when I was 18 years old. I can relate to teen moms, and it is harder than hell to raise a kid. You have to think about, and when I have, my cousins or my nieces or whoever comes over and sees what I deal with every day, and I see teenager girls at the malls, playing and having boyfriends, and I'm just thinking, if you keep doing what you're doing, you're gonna have a baby and you're gonna hate it. I think my daughter is a total blessing, but life is hard as a teen mom.